Right, what's on the menu for today? One coat of fungicidal wash so I don't get mould and fungus growing on the inside of the shed during the cold winter months. I'm going to insulate the walls and dry line them. I know. I want to make it pretty as much as anything else. So here we go. Right, a quick update. Insulating the 12x8 shed. All my Ecotherm polystyrene sheets have come today. I've got 9 sheets of the 25mm and 3 sheets of the 40mm. The idea is the 25mm goes in between the frames with an air gap behind. I'll show you how I'm doing that shortly. And the 40mm, if you can see, goes up between the frame but hard up against the wood, so there's no air gap. And then I'm going to create an uninterrupted vapour barrier by aluminium taping all the joints. So that's how that's working. Now, the gap from the tongue and groove to the inside MDF sheeting I'm going to put in, I'm creating the air gap by putting little corner spacers to put in the frame. They're 20mm, so 20mm, 25mm gives me the 45mm depth. Let me just check. 45mm. Jobs are done. So that goes in there. And I've got a good stock of those that I've cut off the timber that I ordered. Right, so as I mentioned earlier, I'm drilling out some weep holes for the ventilated space behind the 1-inch of Ecotherm foam board. The idea is that the air can get through, so there's no sealed pockets where water can condense and won't escape. So I'm drilling holes at an angle at the back. That's the 1-inch packer. So I'm starting vertically and then tilting out as soon as the bit takes. Right, next step is to glue these all in the corners of the framing to push the insulation against. So I'm using, it was what available from the little hardware shop in the village. Everbuild next generation multi-stick. So no more nails on steroids. And the advertising, it can do it even underwater. Well, damp, but the surfaces have to be clean. So, chopped it off, put it in the gun, and let's get going. Right, I've dug another one out from the back of the shed. Let's see if this one fits. What's the betting? Ooh, just fits. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. There we go. Right, next step. Oh, I need to brush the stuff out. One number, ride the bench brush, sawdust for the sweeping out of. Let's have a go. On my knees. Let's try this. Whew. Is it on? I'm facing into the sun. Right, I'll just have a minute to get my breath back. I'm on the final stretch, cutting out the Ecofirm insulation board, the shapes to fit the inside of the frame of the shed, and then I'm going to cover it in MDF boarding. So this is all new to me, so I watched lots of YouTube videos and I came with, well, I bought two things. First of all, I bought basically a foam cutter. It's like a giant bread knife. That was one. The other one I tried with me a jigsaw, a similar blade. I got a packet of 3 off Amazon. I think that and the jigsaw blades were much more than a tenner each, so I thought I'd play with them. Result. This is great for looking and keeping to the line, but because the actual blade is down on one side, it tends to run off at an angle, as does the jigsaw. So I drove myself bats trying to keep it straight, and I'm limited on how I can hold things down on the decking. In the end, what I finished off with is a little Japanese razor saw, the Yokucho, that came in a set of 3 different saws from Workshop Evans. I don't think they do it anymore, but that's what I've finished off. It's slower, but I can guide it and keep it on the lines I've marked out. Just thought I'd tell you. This, I think, is an accident waiting to happen. You'll see there's a blood stain on the base of it. The handle's too short for the leverage on the length of the blade. So I'm holding it at this end and cutting at that end because of the way I've got it hanging over decking. I suppose if it was on a set of trestle tables and firmly held down, it'd be better, but I cut my hands to ribbons on this. I've only just, that's here, I took a big flap out for the first half of the week. I look like an accident. So I'm not pleased with that. I'm pleased with that. That's enough of my waffle. I'll get on and finish this final 2 pieces of board to cut. Catch you again. Well, there we go. The inside, anti-fungicide, blocks in the corners as standoffs, and the 25mm Ecotherm foil back insulation boards to insulate it. I'm still getting my breath back. So what's happening now is there'll be a short hiatus before part 2 and part 3. Part 2, I'm getting the electrics put in through a family member. I'm going to do a spare off the distribution board into the garage, put another, link it into a distribution board in the corner near the door, and then radios off for fluorescent, get my teeth in, fluorescent LEDs down the middle of the ceiling, and I think 3 double socket power points around the outside. And then I can line it, which is going to be 9mm moisture resistant MDF, the bottom part of which will be the pressed to look like the wainscoting boarding for the bottom half. So that's in the pipeline. Catch you again. You take care. I think I'm going to have a cup of tea and lie down actually. There we go.